How I Booked The Walking Dead. Hey everyone, I'm Matthew Cornwell with Get Taped here in Atlanta, Georgia, one of Atlanta's original audition taping services, which I co-own with my amazingly talented, beautiful wife, Brooke. And there she goes. And now on to our topic. How I Booked The Walking Dead. About 50 videos ago, I did a similar topic on how I booked Dolly Parton's Heartstrings, so be sure to check out that link in the show notes below. But today I'm here to talk about my audition for The Walking Dead, which I booked in early 2021, and those episodes aired in late August of 2021. I teased this audition in last week's topic, and since then I've had people comment on that video and reach out to me personally that they wanted to see this audition. Why? Well, because I mentioned that the first 20 to 30 seconds of my audition was silent. Yep, not a peep. You see, in the audition breakdown for the character, whose name is Evans, the breakdown actually said that he is quietly scary and how serious he is, a police investigator in a suit. Additionally, in the fake sides that they sent, which was an interrogation scene, the stage direction said that my character Evans and the character I was interrogating have been here a while, and we can tell it's a game of chicken as to who will speak first. With that knowledge, I felt that it was appropriate to sit there in silence for a long time. But enough talking, let's see the video.
I'm not sure why you're here.
Let's stop it there because that is the crux of the audition. The ensuing dialogue was short, less than 20 seconds, so this opening silence is the audition essentially. Now at this point in the audition process, I had no idea that Evans was slated to not have any dialogue in those 2 episodes. But now that you know, doesn't it seem appropriate that I started with 25 seconds of silence? Was it bold for me to make this choice? Risky? Might seem that way. I was auditioning for another character in the same episode for the same show on the same day, so that made it feel less risky since they were going to see me do a totally different character. Additionally, I have a 15-plus year relationship with this casting office, so that made it feel less risky. But above all, what made this feel not risky was that this is me. People my whole life have told me how quiet I am and how intimidating I am, especially if it's in that silence. In fact, the number one thing people say to me after they've known me for a while is, "Matt, when I first met you, I thought you hated me." I've heard that so many times. In fact, the last time I heard that was less than a week ago. So in life, that kind of feels like a liability. But because I know myself so well, and how I come across to people that I meet, and how I come across even on screen, I knew that I didn't have to do anything to come across as quiet and scary. I certainly didn't need any dialogue to convey that. Now, it's important for me to discuss right now what your takeaway should be from this sample audition. If you happen to audition for this role, the thing you should not be thinking is, "Oh, well, crap, if I knew that's what they wanted, I would have given them that." No, that's not what you should be thinking, because casting didn't know that that's what they were looking for, 25 seconds of silence. If they did, they would have put that into the audition notes. I simply brought my authentic self to the part, and when the decision makers saw it, it resonated with them. The number one takeaway from this video, and from the previous video about booking the job, is that you need to discover what your signature acting style is. Not what your teacher or coach tells you to do, not what the stage directions tell you to do, heck, not even what the casting director tells you to do. Those are all good things. You should listen to those people because they have valuable insight that may help you book the job. But in the end, is the casting director the one on screen? Is your coach the one on screen? No, it's you. So you need to ultimately have the confidence in what it is that you're radiating out into the world. Because here's the thing, if I didn't have an understanding of how intimidating I come across in silence, then I probably would have felt the need to layer something on top of my character, and that would have been way too much. Look, I get it. You think that you, in your normal life, are normal. You don't wake up and look in the mirror and think, "Ooh, wow, Matt, you are looking fascinating today." If you do wake up that way, you might be a narcissist. Just saying. No, we're bored with ourselves. When we look in the mirror, all we see are flaws. We think we're less than. So if I'm not living up to my own standards, how could I possibly expect myself to be enough for any character? Sounds harsh, right? But if you think about it, it's probably pretty accurate for most of us. If you've watched this channel long enough, or if you know me and Brooke personally, then you know where this is going. The Sam Christensen image process changed my career and my life when I took it back in 2011. Since then, Brooke and I have become trained facilitators in this process. And we both feel so strongly that every actor needs to discover what their signature performance is, what their signature acting style is. The Sam Christensen process gets you there in 4 days. Now, for context, Sandy Meisner once told Sam that Sam's process was achieving in 4 days what Sandy was trying to achieve over the course of 2 years with his actors. So if you can't identify with certainty how the world views you, how casting views you, how you come across in, say, 25 seconds of silence, then I implore you to learn more about the Sam Christensen process. Your career deserves it. We do free previews of the process so that you can learn more. We do this periodically. Lately, we've been doing them over Zoom. And so there will be some links in the show notes below to learn more about that on our website, and also a link to our sister YouTube channel where you can see more info there. I'll close by saying this. Since taking the process in 2011, I've grown to a point where when I send an audition out into the ether, I have a high level of confidence of what it is I've actually sent out into the world. I have zero anxiety about the things I should have done or could have done. And when I see who booked it, I'm not thinking, well, what did they do that I didn't? Those thoughts can drive actors crazy to the point where they don't even want to be in this industry anymore. And that's a shame. And keeping my sanity is a lasting gift that the Sam Christensen process gave me. It keeps me grounded, it keeps me confident, and it can do the same for you. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on set.